crash and burn.
Hey everybody, so tonight I am looking to discuss Cormac McCarthy's 2007 novel, I think. Yeah, I was dating Trisha at this point. Yeah, I read this right when it came out, and I think it came out in 2007. That makes good sense. So yeah, this is easily one of the most disturbing books that I've ever read. That happens to be one of the most easily engaging books that I've ever read. This is like one of the most addictive reading experiences I've ever had. And of course, for anybody who's not 100% aware about what exactly The Road is about, it tells the story of the man and the boy, a father and son who are both nameless because names don't really have a place in the world anymore, who are having to live in a world where the planet is dying due to some unforeseen apocalyptic event that is, of course, remains nameless throughout the entire novel / movie. We never really find out what caused the end of the world or whatever caused the planet to start dying. But all we know for sure is that the planet is in fact dying, and the man and the boy are left to wander up and down the road as they attempt to, they're more northern and they're going to freeze to death because the winters are brutal, and of course there's no food supply anymore. The animals have long since been exhausted. Everybody's eaten the animals, and now people are in fact resorting to cannibalism in order to survive. And so they're on the road attempting to make it south because of course the more southern you get, the warmer it gets, and they're hoping that their lives will change for the better once they get down by the coast where the ocean is. And of course, this is not going to be an easy feat for the man and the boy to pull off because they're starving to death. They don't eat much. And the man spends the majority of his time worrying about their shoes and where they're going to sleep and whether or not they're going to freeze to death. And I mean, I think this book can best be summed up in one word, and that word would be gray. The word gray is coincidentally used endlessly in this book by Cormac McCarthy to describe everything they see. The water is gray, the trees are gray, the ground is gray, the grass is gray. There's no color left in the world because everything is dying. Like at one point, the man is looking at an icicle that's formed because of course they're still way north, so everything's frozen and it's winter. And he's looking at what he describes as the gray water dripping off of it. So again, even the water is gray in this world. And when they eventually find their way south and they're at the coast, the boy this whole time sort of had this dream that when he gets down there, the coast, the water's always going to be blue, because that's what he's always heard. The water in the ocean is blue. But when they get there, the water in the ocean is gray. And that's because, as the man points out at one point through the course of the book, that the planet is slowly dying. And I mean, Cormac McCarthy, he's sort of like an American Shakespeare, right? Like some of the paragraphs in this book are just so gut-wrenching. Like one of the lines that I've committed to memory was the man and the boy are wandering through some place, and the man comes across a phone, and I quote, he picks it up and dials the number of his father's house in that long ago. And then the boy sees him and he asks, like, what are you doing? Because of course his son, he has no idea what a telephone is because his son was born after the end. So all the son knows is this apocalyptic state of things. He doesn't know what a phone is. They find a can of Coke. The kid doesn't know what Coca-Cola is. You know, the kid has no concept of anything that we take for granted now, because again, he grew up after the end. And I mean, there are passages in this book that are just, my God, are they on point? Like, where is it? Bear with me here, as I'm so professional, as you can see. I'm really prepared because I am just about the most professional person on YouTube. And where did the pages go? And at one point, the man and the boy are discussing what it will be like when all the people are gone. And the man points out to the boy that the world will be a better place, and I'll read it now. He says that it will, when we're all gone, at last, then there'll be nobody here but death, and his days will be numbered too. He'll be out in the road there with nothing to do and nobody to do it to. He'll say, "Where did everybody go?" And that's how it will be. And what's wrong with that? So there's that passage. And then when they bump into the old man, the old guy who's in his 70s, who tells everybody he's in his 90s, I think he said his name was Eli, he, and I quote, says, "People were always getting ready for tomorrow. I didn't believe in that. Tomorrow wasn't getting ready for them. It didn't even know that they were there." And I mean, with passages like that, this book is pretty much impossible to forget. And I mean, I didn't love the movie. I felt like the kid in the movie was annoying. Like every 2 seconds, it was like, "Papa, Papa, we carry the fire. We're the good guys. What if there's bad guys? Papa, 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 Papa." Like every fucking 2 seconds, this kid is saying, "Papa, Papa, we're the good guys. I saw a boy. Father, Papa, Papa." And I just wanted to strangle the kid. But the kid in the book, or the boy in the book, is nothing like that. He's a little kid, of course, so he's fairly inquisitive and he does ask a lot of questions, but he isn't nearly as annoying as he was in the movie. So I found that the disparity there it exists because I really liked the movie, but the kid in the movie really got